Hello and welcome back to IAmMe. Today we're going to be looking at a game that I created. We're at that time of year where children are tired and so are teachers, and the weather just isn't really helping. So I created a game that hopefully helps the children remain engaged, but also covers the objectives that you might want to recap towards the end of the year. The game is called Murder Mystery. I've stole the name because children will be familiar with it. I'll show you how to find it, how to play, and what changes you can make in this video. But before I do, I would like to quickly introduce to you what the channel was actually made for. I created this channel to provide teachers and parents with resources that are completely free. I've begun with maths resources and still working through these, but I have begun to create SPAG, writing and reading resources too. All resources were created with homework, home learning and interventions in mind, as they have a QR code attached with a video that explains the questions in the worksheet. However, they can be used for lessons as well. As I said, all the resources are completely free and will always remain free. It's just a service that I would like to provide for teachers because I know how hard and difficult it is as a full-time teacher. So, to start, let me show you how you find the game. There will be a link in the description below, so you can go straight from the link and it'll take you directly to the Murder Mystery game. However, if you forget, all you need to remember is IAmMeresources.com and I'll take you to this page. On this page, you can also find the teachers and parents. You don't need to go on there. That's where other resources are. On teachers, I will be creating resources to go alongside Right Rose Maths at the start of September. They're not there yet because I'm going to start with September and work along the teachers and create the resources to go alongside for homework each week. So, all you need to do is click on the Murder Mystery. Once you're on Murder Mystery, might take a second to load, you'll come to this. Here, you have 4 different questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different question types. I can change these by clicking on them and it creates an arrow. Here, it creates a drop-down box. Lots of different questions that you'll cover in primary. If there are any questions that you would like adding to this, just message, write a comment on this video, and I will happily add them. There is no problem at all, and I can be as specific as you like, because I'm sure other teachers will need them. As you can see, I've got addition without exchange. Doesn't have any exchange. I have addition with exchange. Words with exchange. And I've got subtraction. I've got times tables. I've got 2 digits times 1 digit, 3 digits times 1 digit, multiplying by 10 and 100. Moving on to fractions, ordering fractions, equivalent fractions, adding fractions, subtracting fractions. All these types of questions that are specific for Key Stage 2. So, how do you play? So basically, each of these questions gives you an answer. Let me just change that to a mixed number equivalent. The answer to this will be 2 wholes and 2/3. So that answer is between 0 and 50. Again, that was going to give me between 0 and 50, but I could change that to something like, let's have a look at bod maths. 6 times 8 is 48, add the 12, that gives me 60. That gives me an answer range between 51 and 100. So as you can see, each question has an answer between 0 and whatever the answer is going to be. The answer to this one represents who the murderer was. So 0 to 50, the answer would have been Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp murdered me. Where did he murder me? Well, I've got to work out the bod maths question. He murdered me in the football field. When did it happen? Well, let's have a look what I can put that as. Fraction of an amount. 4 6 is 108. It's going to be, again, between 51 and 100. He murdered me on a football field on Christmas Day. And we will have, let's try subtraction across the 0. It's going to give me 1489. And that's going to be an odd on a banana peel. So, Johnny Depp murdered me on a football field on Christmas Day with a banana peel. There's your answer. You see how it works? If you don't like these questions, you don't obviously have to say murder, but you can also change the people. I could put Mr. Carter. You can put your teachers' names in. You can change where it happened, when it happened, and with what. All these are completely changeable. And don't worry, if you change them, you're not going to upset them for anybody else, because as soon as you click refresh, it's back to how it's supposed to be. I totally understand that some teachers won't like the name Murder Mystery. I know it's a common game played in school, but the idea of murder is not sometimes a nice topic. So what you can do is change that to whatever the game name you want to call it in class. You could call it tag. So who tagged you? Where did he tag you? When did he tag you? With what? Makes it a little bit more PG friendly. Again, this is specific to primary children. So the questions here are focused on what children struggle with in primary. I've taught in year 6, and these are the things that I know need recapping throughout the entire of Key Stage 2. Children can go to year 6 and think, oh, I can subtract when I exchange. But if you give them multiple zeros, they struggle. So like questions, subtraction across 0, children struggle with, because they're having to exchange not just once, but 2 or 3 or 4 times. And questions like adding decimals, again, children struggle. I know it's not ideal for year 3, but sometimes you might have children who want to have exchanges, and sometimes children who don't want to have exchanges. Again, you might find times tables important to check, and we've got them there. Division tables, division with remainders, equivalent fractions, all these, and I'm willing to add whatever you guys want. Isn't too difficult for me. I'm happy to add any questions that you would like to put in. I hope you make use out of it, and I hope the children like it. If they do, please subscribe to the channel. That'll be a massive help, and like the video. Share it with your teacher friends. Have a nice day.